Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Hello, and good morning on this Taco Tuesday, as most of y'all know it as, and also our Mardi Gras Day, Fat Tuesday, however you want to call it. And yes, it's Mardi Gras season down in the south of New Orleans, and New Orleans as well, too. Let's see who was first in the chat. Let me get to that and go all the way to the top. All the way to the top. All right, living my best life at 60. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Mark and Mike, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see y'all. Gina, hello, good morning, and welcome. Tracy Cakes, hello, good morning, and welcome. Today's coffee is brought to you by Tracy Cakes, and today's flavor is perfectly pistachio. Say that 3 times fast. It's actually pretty good. Second time trying it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you. Margie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Deborah, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Nora, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Anna Marie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And you did pretty good on your show yesterday for the first time. Y'all did a great job. Keep it up. Purple Winks, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. Already dropping them links. She ain't playing. Let's see. Miss Dee Dee, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Tracy, Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing, Stacy? Good to see you. I was looking at Tracy and highlight you, and that's how I got Tracy. Not that I meant to do it. I'm not trying to be Victoria, you know. E.T. got vintage. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, don't forget that Leslie does have her show today at 11 o'clock. And Mark, hello, good morning, and welcome. Stacking here with coffee. Well, good morning. And happy birthday to our Yaya's best life. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday. Y'all light up the chat for her. I do have it on the calendar too, by the way. Let's see who else is here. Michelle, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Ping G, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And there's Tommy, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Mona, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Wallflower, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, happy birthday to Yaya. Today is her birthday. Let's see who else is here. Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? It was fun, and once you get the hang of it, you're hooked. Welcome to your new addiction. Let's see who else is here. Stacy, everybody saying happy birthday. Love it, love it, love it. Light up the chat for her. Let's see who else is here. Jennifer, everybody saying hello. Angela, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how you doing? Good to see y'all. All right, so let me go over the calendar real quick because we got a lot of people on the calendar today. Starting with Yaya's birthday. At 9 o'clock is Silver Hair Stacker Todd. At 9:45 is Jabby's Laughing and Listing Show. At 10 o'clock, you have Saved Here First with her variety auction, and that is none other than Ella. Then you have Stacey May's Catitude at 10 o'clock, where she does her show 7 days a week and having to do with a lot of crafting items, and she does it live on her show every day. And then at 10 o'clock is The Booty Chick, where she goes live every day except Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with her daily devotions. At 11 o'clock, you have Leslie's Lucky Finds with her auction. And at 11:30, you have Jackass Retro. He does a lot of packing and shipping and all that kind of stuff that has to do with ephemera and answers questions and things like that when it comes to ephemera, postcards, and that kind of stuff. And then at 12 o'clock, you have Dawn and Mary with Two Hip Chicks Go Live. And then at 6 o'clock, you have Kathy's Corners Bingo tonight. At 6:30 is Janine's with New England Thrifter. That's Helen. At 6:45 is Nitra with I Spy Queen. And 8 o'clock is Caucasian Sasquatch. He goes live at 8. At 8 o'clock, you also have Rat Stash, Rat Chat. And then at 9 o'clock is Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. Margie goes live at 9. And then at midnight, to end the night and start the whole new day all over, is at midnight is Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. If you haven't heard your name and I didn't call your name out for your channel, and you got something going on, make sure you do leave me a post in the community tab where the link of the calendar is at, and I'll be glad to add you to the calendar. And if you have any changes, let me know, and I'll do the same there for you as well. Let's see who else is here. As y'all all know, today is Q&A, all about eBay. Hello, buying space. Yes, Mardi Gras it is. Already starting Lent season tomorrow. Who is having auctions today? Oh, Lord Jesus, there's a lot. Let's see. I went through the list. You got Ella, Leslie, Janine's and New England Thrifter, I Spy Queen, Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls, and Steph. So you got a lot of the auctions today. I know you gave it up for Lent, so you probably want to get as much as you can today, but that's who's on today. Michael says, speaking of birthdays, Roy, Horizon Pick's birthday, having his birthday bash on Friday. So when is his birthday? Friday is Kim's birthday, too, Adopted Retrospect. Yep. Renee, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Sue, hello, good morning, and welcome. Overslept Miss Victoria. Oh, well, you're here. That's all that matters. Extremely busy listening. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our show for today. Y'all know that starting this week, full week schedule. Every Tuesday is Q&A all about eBay. And with none other than our bargain effects, Tommy 2.0. And then, of course, tomorrow we're going to start our Whatnot Wednesdays. And then Thursday is our Poshmark. Everything is with Q&A. And then Friday, we will start our new Etsy. So make sure you come out and check them out. And make sure you have your questions ready for those that are going to be on the panel with us for the shows. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Shopping on the Low. And Lisa, hello, good morning, and welcome. And so without further ado, let's bring on none other than the Bargain Effects, Tommy 2.0.
Hello.
You got your coffee? You ready?
I got it. I'm good to go.
All right. I'm going to switch this up a little bit because I want everybody to get to know you. For those who don't know you, that you've been in the chat, so they know you from in the chat. And in case if they haven't caught the last 2 weeks, because we did start this about 2 weeks ago, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and that kind of stuff, and promote your channel.
All right. Tommy, Bargain Effect. Actually, we have two businesses. We have the Bargain Effect, Prints by TBE, which also does custom graphics for cars and decals and for your walls and whatever. Also do reselling. That's my passion. That's where my heart's at. That's what I enjoy doing. And putting together a whole kind of walkthrough of eBay on YouTube. So you might want to head over to my channel there and subscribe if you're just getting started or whatever. Starting out with a lot of back to basics information that I'll be releasing on there. Also doing eBay store reviews. As I get into that, I'll be releasing those periodically. I have some not up and released, but ready to go. But I don't want to drop those till people actually kind of know what I'm talking about. So
right.
Those will be coming out. We're taking a little mini vacation in the middle of March, and then I'm going to start dropping those right after we get back on a continuous schedule.
Okay.
That's pretty much me, man. I got plenty years. I can't even tell you how many years of eBay experience, but since back when they were doing money orders. So it's been a while. Don't claim to be a professional eBay seller, but I sell a lot. So I know quite a bit.
All right. So that means if you have any questions, please make sure you do write them in the chat, and I will put you a star next to your comment so I can get to it to make sure I cover all questions. Much love and respect, Jennifer. Make sure it's Glenn. Hello, good morning, and welcome, sir. How you doing? Got my YouTube banner and thumbnail done yesterday. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Margie.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Let me drop real quick before I forget to get this show started, because Jennifer's already dropping links for everybody. Grandma, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Pam, hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see you. welcome. All right, let me get these links in the chat because I don't want to miss out before we get started. And again, if you have any questions, definitely make sure you put them in the chat. If you could put the word Q, the letter Q or the word question in front of it, so I know, all in caps, so I know to make sure I catch it. That'll help it for me to notice it quicker. Or you can even put the question and put at Cajun Roots, so I'll catch it that way as well. Either way, I'll catch it. I don't want to miss anybody's question. So if you would either put a Q and an at in my name, and then the question, I'll be glad to do that and catch it. My first question for the day: I need a new banner. I can never get them to fit properly. Yeah, you have to keep working with the sides of it for it to fit. All right. So my first question to get everybody started with, for those who are thinking about, because I know there's some people in here who are getting into wanting to do online resells, and I just saw Todd come in. Hello, Todd. Good morning. Hello, and welcome, sir.
Morning.
So my first question is for anybody who's thinking, okay, I want to get in, but I don't know what to do. What is your recommendations? I know there's people get overwhelmed because there's so many different tiers and levels of getting into eBay. Talk a little bit about the different levels, and what do you recommend for somebody just getting started, thinking about getting in? What should be the best level for them to start at?
The absolute beginning. Don't jump into it and run out and grab a store and all of that. You don't need that just to get in. Just start with the basic free eBay membership or subscription, whatever you want to call it. Just create your account, your seller account, and just get to know the process. Just start listing. Don't get overwhelmed with having a store to say you have a store. There are many benefits to a store, but don't worry about doing sales, having the ability to do sales or sending coupons or any of that right off the bat. Just get in, start listing your products, get comfortable with the process, learn your shipping, and then as you get comfortable, you can go into your starter store, your basic store, which all have their own benefits. But just to start out, just start out with your basic non-store subscription. It's going to give you, I think, somebody that I know that just got into it, they were limited to like 10 listings, but that was only about 2 weeks. And then they got up to 50 right away. So, and they got 50 free listings right off the bat. So it don't even cost you anything to get in.
So that brings me to the next question. For those who are getting started, and this is similar to anybody getting started, what is, and I know some people freak out about it because they're getting their money held. What is the reason by them starting out, getting their products listed, and then all of a sudden they're getting some of their money held?
Yeah, you have,
and so that nobody really keeps getting freaked out about why that's happening.
Yeah, and commonly I forget to mention that, but yeah, when you first start, there's going to be a hold on your account on your available funds, and what that is for is it's buyer protection. Make sure you're not a scammer. You're getting out there, you're going to list a bunch of stuff, sell it, grab the money, run, never ship a product. It has happened. That's why they started doing the holds. What I found though is they say your money can be held, what is it, up to 90 days or something?
Something like that, yeah.
But it's usually after you ship it out with tracking, it's verified deliver. It's usually released pretty quick after that. I think they give the buyer a couple of days to evaluate the product. The person, like I say, that I know that started, they were getting their money released within about 8 days after it showed delivered.
Okay.
But you do have to account on that. So if you list a bunch of stuff, make sure you have shipping funds up front to ship your product.
So that brings me to my next question when it comes to those that are starting out. And this is a lot of those who are thinking about getting a store, by the way. And you get started, you get your listings done, and then all of a sudden you have somebody sending you a suspicious email. Talk a little bit about some of the scams that people face when they're first getting out, and what to look for.
The first thing to look for is if they're asking you to do any transaction outside of eBay. If they want to know if they can Venmo you payment, or they want you to call them. There's so many. Anything that just seems questionable. If anything, get a hold of somebody that you do know. There's plenty of us out there. Ask in a chat, hey, I received this type of email or message from a buyer. Does it sound legit? Just ask somebody. But most chances are, if you're feeling this doesn't seem right, because new sellers become targets for scammers. But if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right.
So that's actually for those who have very little feedback, correct?
Well, having a very little or no feedback is the sign to the scammers that you are new. So they're gonna search for low feedback people or no feedback people. Then they're gonna see how recently you created your account, and right away that's gonna tell them this person's new, they don't know things, they're a good target to take advantage of. So I would suggest get on eBay, develop some feedback. There's plenty of things you can buy out there. There's penny auctions. You can buy things literally for pennies. There's coupons. Even if it really doesn't do you much good, like the person that I got into starting, they went out and they bought a bunch of penny stones, just little stones, like polished stones, and they literally paid a penny a piece for them. But they instantly got feedback, and they did that about 20 times. So they at least started with a 20 feedback. Or if there's things that you need to buy it through eBay instead of Amazon, because you'll get that. It's a buyer feedback, but it's still a feedback. It shows some history on eBay.
Where it went? I got to start next. So right here. Craigslist Hunter Pete does not have a store. I think he does.
No, he doesn't have a store.
But he's always listing on eBay.
He's got a ton of listings. He's got a ton of listings, but he knows what he wants for his items. But see, he also has a brick and mortar store. So if it doesn't sell on eBay, then he'll just sell it in his store. But yeah, he doesn't have a store.
I didn't know that. I thought he did, because he's always listing.
Yeah, you don't need a store. Yeah. He sells tons on eBay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a store. Store's got nice features because you can run sales, you can send out offers, you can send coupons. I mean, there are nice features, but you can run perfectly fine. More about than having a store to be able to run those sales and send coupons. You usually do that when you have an item that isn't selling. Right. So the most important thing about eBay, above anything else, is having product people want, or selling it for a price that they can't pass up.
Right. I want to mention to everybody in the chat too, if you have a question, don't forget to put the word question in our queue, and then my name so I'll catch it in the chat so we don't miss your questions. We want to make sure if you have any questions, definitely ask. So when somebody is starting out, and I know that I've heard when I first started, there was a lot of people saying, oh, you got to get into this niche. You got to find what you want to sell. You got to be able to only have one niche. Talk a little bit about that, and what should somebody do if they want to get into, say, a niche, or do they have to have one to really put out content on the channel?
Okay, we sell on eBay two different ways. We have our decals and our vinyl graphics. That is considered a niche. We do have a separate store for that. That's all we sell in there. And the reason we do that is because we have an abundance of that product. We make it ourselves. We keep that store full. So it's just strictly for that. But do you have to have a niche? Is it beneficial to have a niche? I don't think so. Because the bargain effect is it's like your thrift store, man. It's got a little bit of this and that. And, if you have a product you really enjoy, say you really enjoy doing shoes, or you really enjoy doing electronics, I do suggest selling what you enjoy, because you're going to be a better seller if you're selling something you know about.
All right. Peddling Profit has a statement, and it says, does anyone else have this issue? Brave updated 2 days ago. Since then, I'm having trouble logging into eBay. Sometimes we can log in, sometimes we cannot. eBay said it's in a Brave setting. Check settings, everything. I have never heard of Brave. What is Brave?
Brave, I believe, is the web browser. It's a web browser that's supposed to kind of have you. It's a safer web browser. It kind of blocks all the, what do you call that? all the little spyware and tracking stuff.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be a
The
cleaner.
cookie?
I did try it out a while back. I did like it. I don't know why I didn't continue using it. I think it's just because I'm a Chrome fan. I'm just so used to it. So I couldn't really help you out with that, Peddling Profits.
All right. Buying Space says, Tommy, are you still making and selling channel merch for other channels?
We do just about anything custom if people want something custom. So if you wanted, say, logo shirts or coffee mugs or stuff, we have the ability to do that. We definitely have the ability. Our primary focus has been decals, and that's just because they're a hot seller. They're a low dollar item, so people buy them a lot because they're low dollar items. And with the economy nowadays, people are looking for cheap, but they still want to buy themselves something, but don't always have a lot of money. So the answer to your question is yes, we can still do merch.
Grandma says, Tommy, that's a very insightful statement. If you sell what you're interested in, then you have more information for your customers. Very smart.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Swamp. Glenn, go ahead.
I'll say like with me, I used to sell clothing, and like I say, I had everything in my store from electronics to clothing to hair product. And, I did okay on the clothing, but I would have been a much better seller in clothing if I knew fashion, because I'd get a lot of questions. They would ask about what type of collar is this or what type of cut is that. And, I'm like, I don't know. Kind of what you see is what you get. Where if I would have had a good informative answer, I probably would have had more of a sell through on my questions.
Right. Glenn says he's heard that USPS is dropping first class. I need to ask the people about that at my post office because I heard somebody else say that last week too.
It's not that they're. I don't have the details.
And I'm gonna ask today when I go.
Yeah, it's not that they're dropping first class. They're changing the way they're doing first class. What it boils down to is they're raising the prices on postage, and we're getting worse service. That's it's going to be a slower service, so it's not going to be our 3 to 5 day first class as we know it. It's going to go out to more to what they're saying, a 6 to 10 day service, which isn't what we consider first class, but it's still going to be called first class, parcels, something.
Yeah, Michael says the same thing. He's not sure, but they think they just ratifying anything that they can to get not to drop the first class mail yet.
Right. Yeah, and they haven't totally decided on that. They put in a thing for it. They're taking votes and whatever.
All right. Margie, Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls wants to know, if you don't have a store, do I still have a place or page that I can give to people or put it on a business card for them to go directly to the items, and are they just scattered?
Okay. So if you don't have a store, yeah, you don't have per se like a landing page, a storefront, but you can, if you search yourself or find your product on eBay and then click your seller name right there, and it's going to say view seller's other items, and it's just going to list your items on that page. You can use that web address to send them to just view your items, but it's not going to have, like our eBay store is ebay.com/str/prints by TBE. You wouldn't have that type of web address. It's going to be a long web address, but you can use those web, what do they call them? The web address shorteners, where it.
I'm not sure because I've heard about it.
Yeah, there's websites out there that'll give you take this big long web address, you put it in there, and it's going to give you a little tiny web address that you can use in place. But yeah, without a store, you don't have a landing page.
All right, Buying Space has a question. Tommy, are you still considering working for the post office?
I consider it every time. Our ladies over here at our post office, we don't even use what we call our local post office. our local post office we're in a small town, is a block and a half away. We go to the post office across town, which is like 6 blocks away, because we don't like our local post office. But the ladies they're always like, they're hiring you. You should get in there because our post office over here is all screwed up. So I consider it because, with being a full-time reseller, we don't have medical benefits, that a post office would give me. So yes, the answer is I am considering it, but yet if I do that, then that takes away from running the 2 other businesses that we run. So I don't know. It's kind of a horse apiece. When they tell me they're hiring, I jump on the website because I want to see the wages, and our town is never listed, even though they sit there and say, well, we're hiring, you have to apply online, but yet they don't have an option to apply locally to our post office online.
Wow. Let's see. You can also buy a domain for $10 at GoDaddy. I thought GoDaddy stopped.
Well, GoDaddy, the accounting program, their GoDaddy bookkeeping stopped, but they still are a domain.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I think I'm caught up with all the questions. So if you have any questions, make sure you type them up in the chat with the big Q and at my name so I can see it, or make sure you put the question in all caps so we can see it. So when it comes to listing items, what is your recommendations for high dollar items, especially when somebody's just starting out?
I would stay clear of high dollar items. For one, it's a lot of money to have tied up on hold. For two, high dollar items, again, are going to be a target for scammers. And for three, if you sell a high dollar item and you ship it out, and for some reason there's going to be a return, now you're in an even more negative situation. I personally, and I suggest to people, stick with lower dollar, easier sell items, low risk items, just to get established. You don't want to jump on there and sell a $300 stereo receiver that, for one, kind of a pain to ship, but I love shipping them because there's the competition for it is less because people don't want to ship them, but you have to ship them right or they can get damaged. So if you ship it, you don't pack it right because you're not familiar with the packing, it gets damaged. Now you got to return shipping, so you're in the hole.
Yeah. Now, my next question is, I think we talked a little bit about this, and there were some questions that came up in some of the chats. When do you determine the best way, or should you use free shipping versus calculated shipping or other ways of shipping when it comes to items? What is your thoughts on that and your recommendations on that?
Well, first thought is there's absolutely no such thing as free shipping. I'm not going to sell my old iPad here for $200 plus shipping and sell the same iPad for $200 with free shipping. The free shipping one is going to go up to $218. So it's just going to be incorporated into the price. I personally use free shipping on anything that is first class. And then I just incorporate, I just add an additional flat $4. Sometimes it's $378 to ship it. Sometimes it's $458 to ship it, but it balances out. I use the free shipping because eBay gives you that little algorithm boost. People as buyers like to see free. They love the word free. You get that little fast and free shipping tag on your items, and they don't have to calculate. They don't have to say, oh, well, this is $12.50 plus $7 shipping. They just want to know, I'm going to pay this. I find most people don't like to do math. For me, free shipping works. But if you're shipping bigger items, I use calculated.
So you should basically add your cost of what you think it might be into your price.
If you're going to use free shipping, absolutely. And that's why I say with anything first class, we use free shipping because we know what it's going to cost. But again, if you're selling a stereo receiver, and I'm here in central Wisconsin, shipping is going to be way different shipping it out to California as it is to Illinois. It's going to be much cheaper. If I want to protect myself and say, well, I'm going to go and add the maximum amount it's going to cost, and I calculate what it would take to ship it to California, well, I'm losing a lot of Midwest buyers because they're not going to want to pay that high shipping when, say, it's $34 to send a stereo receiver to California. It might only be $18 to send it down to Illinois or Indiana.
Right.
And that's why I use Calculate It.
Michael has a statement of vintage. It's a one-time charge per year, and it won't have the bells and whistles on eBay stores have. That on the eBay store has, but you don't have to worry about long or hard web addresses.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about the GoDaddy web addresses. And yeah, for like the first time you buy a web address, I actually think we got our Prince by TBE domain. I think it was literally like $1 for the first year, and then it renews at $18 a year or something like that. And you can do what you want. You get the domain, you get the .com, and then you can have that directed to any site you want. If you want it directed to your eBay store, a web page, your link tree, which a lot of people do that. They'll have it go to their link tree, and then their link tree will take them to an eBay store, a YouTube page, an Etsy store. Domains are nice if you're trying to create a brand, most definitely.
All right. Patrick says, speaking of GoDaddy bookkeeping, has there been a program found that is compatible to GBD that has some features such as pulling from eBay, PayPal, and all, and allows you to customize reports and drill down?
QuickBooks is the only one that I'm familiar with, and that'll pull in from all your platforms and give you your profit and loss statements and your estimated taxes. I miss GoDaddy bookkeeping. That's what I used the whole time until it ended. I really like that one. I know there's a couple other ones.
I use Quicken.
Yeah. There's Quicken. There's
QuickBooks.
eBay will give you 30% off. I think it's your first year for QuickBooks if you go to it through your eBay. What is it? Marketing, and then subscriber discounts. Yeah, if you go to the marketing, then subscriber discounts, you can get like a 30% discount. They were doing a promotional thing, which I'm waiting. They're going to give you QuickBooks for a year for free for being an eBay seller.
I saw that.
They had something. They sent me a link, and they were like, "Get your free year." And then the link didn't work, and I reached out to them, and they're like, "Well, they're fixing it. They don't know." And he sent me another link that didn't work, so I'm still waiting for them to get links out that work.
Yeah, the only thing I see right now under subscription discounts is eBay supplies and eBay sellers capital. Is all they got right now.
Okay, if you go to the marketing and then just hover over it, and then oh no, it wants me to.
It has promotions, buyers groups, advertisement dashboard, and subscriber discounts.
Hold on. Now eBay wants me to log in, and
maybe advertising dashboard.
No, you don't have. You should have a subscriber discount. Same place you would go, I think, for your stores.
That's the only two things I have under there right now.
It's asking me to log into eBay. I haven't had to log into eBay in forever.
But they're doing all these updates too, so that's probably why.
Okay, where
Home also says GoDaddy bookkeeping program. She's been using it for 10 years until they retired in June. Any recommendations? That's what we were just talking about. Bitly.com is my favorite link. Shorter. It's
free. That's the one I was thinking of.
Never heard of it. I don't use a lot of the long links. At least I try not to anyway. Shane Daz is in the chat. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Let's see.
I do know that there's other bookkeeping things too that are simpler and a little bit cheaper. I can't think of the name offhand, but I know Commonwealth Picker always has a link to it. Where?
All right, Renee says, question, Johnny, I would like to come up for a few minutes and share about a new international shipping I found about on eBay. It's 10 to 30% off sellers on it. So new information.
Johnny, on your main seller hub, if you go down to the seller tools box, it's in there for it says it right in there, Intuit or however it's called, QuickBooks Online. And then yeah, if you're new to QuickBooks, they have a 30% savings.
And where it's at?
It's under your seller tools.
I'm looking for it.
So like mine on the seller hub.
And where it's at?
Okay, seller tools, and then it says QuickBooks. If you click that and you're a new user, it'll give you a 30% discount.
I used to use QuickBooks when I was in a club because they had that again, and that in GoDaddy is what we used to use. So yeah.
So like right now, with the 30% off for 12 months, it'd be $21 a month for your simple start, which is going to give you your basic 30.
Yeah, I got 30 on this one too. Okay, I saw it. Yeah, I found it.
And that's going to give you all your basic needs. It's going to allow you to pull in from your different platforms or whatever. They have bigger plans, but that's if you want multiple users and you're going to use it to pay your bills and have like a time clock where people would actually punch in and out. So unless you're a bigger company, which then you probably already have some sort of accounting thing, I would just go.
I'm not sure about this international shipping thing, this new thing about with eBay. Have you heard about that?
I mean, I know that they're converting over to like their international shipping and their global shipping is kind of merging as one unit. That's all. I stay away from international shipping. I'm probably using a lot of money, losing money on it, but I do well enough selling right within the States that I don't worry about international shipping a lot. I know I don't sell the items that would be beneficial to internationally ship.
Yeah, that'd be fine, Patrick.
But might be some good information for people that do want to ship internationally.
I use spreadsheets. Sure. That's what I use, spreadsheets. Robin, hello, good morning and welcome. And yes, happy Mardi Gras. Susie, hello, good morning and welcome. So if you have any questions about eBay, please make sure you do ask in the chat with either the capital word Q and at my name, or just make sure you put Q question all in caps so I can see it to make sure I don't miss it. Pam says, I'm waiting for this open StreamYard. She had the same problem. She could not get transferred. QuickBooks bounced me back. Yeah, that was when they were having issues before. Johnny, the new international shipping program has a couple traffic glitches. I haven't had any problems with it, but I do use it.
Do you ship?
You're welcome.
Do you ship quite a bit international, Johnny?
Not as much as I did at the beginning. Most of mine have been going to either Puerto Rico. I had some go last month to Portugal, and a lot of mine going to Canada.
Puerto Rico should just be able to go right through USPS.
Yeah, but sometimes depending on where they live in Puerto Rico for some reason. All right, Margie has a question. What are your cons? What are the cons of international shipping, or is it just the cost?
I don't like I say, I don't do a whole lot of international shipping unless somebody reaches out to me and specifically asks. The reason I kind of stayed away from it is, one, I didn't sell a lot, and it's extremely higher cost to the buyer because they got to pay import taxes and all that on it. The reason that I stayed away from it is because I didn't want to do the research on what I could send to what countries. It was just too much of a hassle for the stuff that I sell, and I didn't feel that I needed to expand into international to have a successful business.
Right.
I'm not trying to talk anybody out of international shipping. It just wasn't right for me.
Well, you're going to have to know and do your research, because there's some countries you cannot, and it's illegal to send certain products to a country. So right. That's why when you said that, it is best that you do your research Just like, for example, Disney, you can't send that to certain countries. Knives, you cannot send that to certain countries. So you got to
Right.
watch it because you can get into trouble by doing that, and you can get your store pulled.
Right.
So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. Pelling Profits talking back and forth with the account situation. I have to go now. All right, Jeffrey, have a great day.
Now, when I did ship international, I used to use the eBay global shipping program. I never had a problem because I just ship it out to Kentucky, and they did everything. They make sure it can go where it's supposed to go, and they take care of all the labeling and customs forms and all of that. So, and I never had an issue with it. But I do know to the customer, it was a much higher cost than if I would have sent it directly international myself.
Well, the thing about the question about it is, what's the cons on it? Well, one of the benefits is you get to sell overseas. Granted that you're not making much money on the shipping because you do get a discount on it. But again, then you're opening up yourself to be able to sell overseas and make some type of money because again, they try to make sure you'll get sometimes where you'll get an offer to come in saying because of their shipping and their customs and what's that other one they have to claim?
Yes, yeah, I don't know.
I noticed some that they have to claim on their end, but they have to pay a little bit more. So sometimes you may get people to send you a message saying, "Would you take this amount?" Again, I don't mind because I know sometimes when I send overseas to either international, I usually use global shipping, but I noticed lately it's international shipping. But it's still, what I like about it is that you can still send it through and it goes to a hub here in the United States before it goes to the country. And so if anything happens, once it shows delivery to that hub, once it's out of their hands and they ship it to the country, you're okay. Because if anything happens, guess what? Then it goes back to the hub that it was sent to because it'll show that it's been delivered there. Then it's in their hands to deliver it to the person it's going to.
One thing that I did experience, even with shipping through the global shipping program, is people would say, they'd buy it and then they'd message me and be like, well, we want to save money on the import tax. Can you value it less than what we paid for it, or can you do it as a gift? And that always just seemed kind of sketchy to me. I mean, I understand that they're trying to pay less taxes on the import, but still, if I say, oh, well, okay, I'm going to put on the customs form that it's only worth this much, and then something happens and they make a claim, now what? Now my product is only insured for this much value. I just, that's why I stayed away from it. It was just always too sketchy for me and not important enough. When I did do the international shipping, I didn't have that many more sales that were worth the headache to me.
Deborah says she remembers when they used to ask you if you want to send it via boat. You need to know the harmony codes, etc. for international shipping. It becomes very complicated. Ship a lot of internationals, but stopped several years ago. Let's see. Tommy, are you going to drop the 2.0? Perhaps you should advance to 3.0.
I don't know. 2.0 is always just stuck. I didn't even give myself that name. That's just a name that somebody else on YouTube gave me, and it just stuck. So until I do some major upgrade, nope, it'll probably be 2.0 for a while.
Yeah. Let's see. Johnny, can I ask? Yes, Patrick. Jeffrey, we did talk about that. Yes. Lord Jesus, dude. Yeah, no problem. We talked about that for you. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Johnny, I got sorry. I just looked at the clock and seen what time it is. I do have to.
Yeah, don't you have an appointment?
But I think Des is up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mute and turn off. There she is. So Des is going to jump in for me. Sorry, everybody. I have an appointment this morning. I cannot miss. But Des, Shamrock Pixie, is going to jump in my seat here. And I don't know how well she's going to help you out, Johnny, with eBay questions. But
I know she got it. Don't worry about it. She got it.
All right.
It's not her first rodeo.
I will see y'all next Tuesday and in chat throughout the week.
All right.
Sorry, everybody. Have a great
Glad
day.
you remembered. All right. One One can to
Yeah, I know, I
international
saw.
is customs. If your package doesn't fit into the containers, they are going to destroy the package. Yeah, they did. They have people who have problems with that too.
Gotta
Sorry to
move
hear
up.
that, Jeffrey. Mr. O, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Check out our new video. All right, can I sell perfume? I can't sell perfume and wait. I can't sell perfume and many makeups to many other countries, so I don't offer those to the international. Now I have to go update all those listings because all the listings were automatically put. Huh. I didn't know you couldn't sell certain things like that to the other countries, which I don't do. I don't deal with it. So I didn't know that. And how was your birthday yesterday? Hello, Melissa.
It was good.
As y'all can tell, she's just waking up.
I am just waking
Sugar
up.
Plums is here? Who's Sugar Plums?
You can make me smaller now.
But we'll do this now. But Tommy wanted me like that for him, and I'm sorry. So yeah, if y'all have any questions now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open the panel. Let me get that link, but I also want to drop, Jennifer drops y'all links in the chat. Every time y'all come in, y'all come and say hello, she drops your link. So I'm going to start dropping her links. Make sure you go check out her videos. She just put out another couple of videos recently. So go check it out, get her some watch hours. And if you would like to come on and promote your channel and or talk a little bit about eBay and questions about shipping and all that good stuff, you're more than welcome to come up. If you have any questions, ask. We're going to try to get them answered for you. Tommy had to get going, so Des graciously asked that she would step in for him. All right, those are all Jennifer's links. Y'all make sure you go check out her links. And here's going to be the link. I'm going to post it to the top of the chat and pin it. There we go. So please make sure your camera is working. Make sure your camera is on when you come on, because I do have to verify that it is you before you come on. And we're still making Q&A. We got a question. Let me get to it. Question. Let me highlight the next one too, because I see the next one. Question: can you sell vintage Avon cologne bottles that are full through the USPS? Yes.
Where's Tommy when you need it?
The biggest thing about any cologne or perfume or anything like that, you do have to make sure that you do have it in its own poly mailer suffocation bag. Make sure you have it taped pretty good. Make sure it's sealed, but it's also in a poly bag if you're shipping it, and it has to go ground. You cannot ship it any other way but ground. And yes, you can send those out. But it has to be in a suffocation bag, and a lot of times they will ask you at the post office, and they'll ask you, how did you pack it? I know when I first started, they did that. And so, yeah, they even tell you, make sure it's in this, make sure it's this, make sure it's that. So, yeah. Next question. Can I make some items international and some items? Yeah, yes, you can. If you have business policies, you can do that. I'm not sure why you would want to do all of it, but yeah, you can do it when you set up your listing. You basically go into your settings for your shipping and set it up there. Yeah. Bridget, hello, good afternoon and welcome. How are you doing? Morning and welcome. I don't know what's that afternoon. It might be afternoon for some people. I have 3 videos coming up today for creative. You might not want to be doing 3 in the same day, huh? Or is that short videos? Destiny, how are you? How are the kids?
Getting big. Joey will be 17 next month, and
Already?
Jasmine yeah. Wow.
Thank you for your tips yesterday on how to customize my YouTube channel. I got all the new graphics. Well, that is awesome, Cool Ranch. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, but you do need to send it ground, no priority mail. Yep, exactly. That's what anything that's liquid.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Let's see. Thank you, everybody.
She's still waking up with her first cup of coffee.
I am. Now I got to figure out how to change his Tommy 2.0 on him.
Go to the 3 dots below in your StreamYard on your picture at the bottom and then change it there. Good morning, Chu. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. So yeah, if y'all want to come on and promote your channel, or and don't forget, Jennifer's just started dropping the links again for tomorrow is our Whatnot Wednesday. All this is Q&A. with Whatnot Wednesday tomorrow. Thursday is Poshmark with Glam. Tomorrow, by the way, is with Anthony, full-time reseller. Thursdays with Glams with Poshmark, and Friday is with Design Laura on Etsy. Let's see here. Where'd it go? So my banner and everything feeling. Yeah, and that's good. It makes your channel look and you look like you worked on your channel. Susie, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing, Susie? Woozy. Wow, just a little bit more and they won't be kids anymore. Yeah.
I know, right? I mean, Jasmine's gonna be 16 this year. Joey's gonna be 17 next month. And it's like, whoa, where did the time go? It's scary. I blinked somewhere along the lines and they weren't little no more.
Yeah. Are they still doing videos? I know your daughter was doing cooking with you, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was doing it with Dwayne, but because of everything that's been going on in the last, I don't know, year, we really haven't done anything. So I just actually got 2 induction burners. The induction plates, burner things. I don't know how to describe it. Still trying to get my brain to wake up. But and then new pots and pans, and I am in love. I'm learning how to use them so that when we do a cooking video, I can explain how everything's going with that. And I really like it. Since we've got those, we haven't used our stove or our oven.
Well, I know one of the questions I want to ask you, being I know you do this a lot with eBay because you took over the business. For somebody who was thinking about doing, like, say, a crafting of something like that, and you in your business, because I know from what I understand, you took it over. How does it work for you with the decals? Do you have like set orders? Do you take special orders? How do you do that with your channel, with your eBay?
Well, okay, so with that, we just put up decals. Every decal we have a license for. We do offer special on eBay. Kind of put that in the listing. If there's a custom order or something that you would like change, just let us know, message us, and we'll let you know. If it is something that like Disney, stuff like that, we will not do that. If it is a no, we're not going to do it. And there are a lot of, I'm trying to think of the word, copyright things that's the word, copyright things that we will not do. And, so people will message us and ask us, and we'll let you know if it's copyrighted or not, if it's a yay or a nay. We just sold yesterday. No, I don't know if it was on Marketplace or if it was on eBay, but it was a custom. It was 2 baby feet with the angel wings. And they asked if we would add a name to it. And so I ended up just throwing that in for them. I made the name separate, put it in, their envelope to send it out. So it just all depends on what somebody wants, and we can, as long as you private message us and don't just expect us to do it, because if you order something and you put in your notes, I want it this way, we can't always do what people want. Like I know that somebody asked if we could do a Monster decal for them, the energy drink. We cannot do that. And we won't do that because we're not going to lose our eBay because of that.
All right, Jeffrey, have a great day. So let's come up to DC Sells, because she does a lot of customized plates, license plates. And she always has you email her with your details, because basically if you just ordered something off and you don't email her, she thinks that's all you want is that sample.
Right.
So is that similar to what you have?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And in our listing too, we have color. And for each color that we have a variation and for size. So, if you go to our listing and you say you want a red 5.5 of like, it says fireman on it. You know, it's a fireman decal. That's what you're going to get. If you want something custom with that, you have to message us. And let me look, because I think Tommy has.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna bring on somebody that's in the back room, and then we'll go back to what.
Okay.
And there's Renee. All right. So we.
Hey,
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Just going to turn it up so I can hear me.
Now we can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. All I wanted to let you guys know was when you get put on the new international shipping program, I didn't know this. It changed any of my listings that were not international. It made them all international shipping.
Really?
And I was like, what? That's what was so shocking. And even the eBay representative said, yeah, that was not a good thing that they did. I said, I can't sell my perfumes to certain countries, so I don't sell any of them internationally, so I don't have to worry about which. I know Brazil doesn't take it, and I know that I have a couple other ones don't. So
did you have to go to each listing and change it?
What I did is I was able to do, like I was able to just type in perfume and do a bulk editing for those and turn them. You can't even turn it off. You have to go and exclude the countries.
Right.
In order to not ship to those countries.
You know, that's a good point, because when you're setting up a listing, you can pick what countries you want to be able to sell to.
Absolutely.
And it will allow you depending on that item.
Right. But with the new system, they don't have an off on toggle. So you can't just say, I don't want it on international. You have to go and exclude the countries now, which again, he said wasn't a very good idea because they're making it a little bit more difficult to turn off eBay international shipping. They're trying to force all your stuff into it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to go into perfume, parfum, and cologne and take all of those things off. I want to now go back and try to get all my makeup stuff off because some stuff can go and some stuff can't. So I just don't sell any makeup internationally. And then if you have any knives or things like that, those can't go to several European countries. So I just don't do those international to save myself. But right. I just don't think that people realize that with the new international shipping program, it doesn't give you an option. It just automatically changed all my listings. And I'm like, that's a really bad glitch. It shouldn't have done that. Did you get a notification that they did that, or just you noticed it? No, I did not know that until I started looking, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I actually called him because I said, I had to call them for another reason. So I asked them another question, and I said, while I was there, I asked them about international shipping, and they said, that's when I found out. They said only 10 to 30% of sellers are on it. And I said, I don't know how I got on it. I'm such a small seller, but I guess they said they were looking at performance and stuff like that for who went on it. But that's a pretty big, bad glitch to change all your listings. I'm wondering if they're doing it for if those who are starting out that have low sell rate. Because I didn't get anything like that. I would still have some things that come up global shipping versus international shipping. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing. I don't know how they're doing it. I my sales went down some because I got so sick for so many weeks and I couldn't list. But I'm getting back up and getting back active again, so I'm not too worried about that. But right. It just was something that you should tell people if you're changing all their listings, and right, that's exactly what I wanted people to know. Okay, don't go anywhere yet, though. Myra wants to, Buying Space says, Destiny, my avatar is complicated. Do you think you could do a decal or sticker?
You would have to email us, and we would look at it, and then communicate with you through email on what we can do with it. It just all varies on what you have and how complicated it is and what we can do with it.
All right, there's a questions going back and forth about Vero and Peddling Profits dropped the list. If you want to check that link out, that has a lot to do with the Vero list. Definitely check it out. And good morning, Jared. It's very long. Yes, a lot of pages. So for those who may not know who you are, because I know you're in the chat, and I know a lot of times you do sleep late, but you do make the chat. For those now that can put a name with a face, tell everybody a little bit about your channel and how can they Promote yourself and your channel.
Thank
And
you.
where
Hi,
you
I'm
call them.
Renee. I'm Steadfast Selections Renee. I don't have videos up on my channel yet. I'm starting by request. I'm starting to do a few shipping videos. I just have to do the final understanding of how to actually put a video up. But I'm in the chats. I do selling with people as invited. So that's how you see me. Thank you.
And aren't you doing auctions here and there too?
I do auctions. I'm actually doing an auction with Ella March 16th.
Okay. We have a question from Shopping on the Low. What countries are a no-no for international shipping? It all depends on the products.
Yep.
On that one.
I agree with
You were
that.
saying earlier about certain products. What are some of the products you said for that question that you cannot sell to certain countries?
Perfume is one of them, and certain makeup products.
And
is
also
another.
knives, right? Or
Pardon?
swords, anything like knives and swords.
And knives, anything that would be knives or clothes. Now, here's an odd one, Johnny. We both know that you can't sell knives to a lot of countries. I sold an electric knife, like an electric kitchen knife, slicing knife, and it was going to England. And I thought, oh, that's going to get kicked back because I had a wine opener that had a 1-inch knife blade on it that got kicked back from England. I was like, that's when I found out about it a few years ago. And I thought, oh, that one's going to get kicked back. And I actually called eBay and I said, you know, I can't sell this, but you guys accepted it, blah, blah, blah. And it went through. The customer got it. And I'm like, okay, you guys aren't very consistent. I mean, it had those slicing blades have really long knives along. Those slicing knives have very long blades on them, probably 8-inch blades or so. So I had to laugh about that one.
Deborah makes a good point. There are some countries you cannot sell gold or coins.
Oh, yeah. Yep. There's another good one. That's why it was such a blatant mistake when they changed all my listings. I was just so upset about that.
Patrick said that sounds like a them problem, not us, LOL. You buy, I ship. I have issues with companies telling what I can and can't do with the products I purchase from them. I bought the autumn, not contract leased. You go, Patrick. You're not going to troll the streets in London with an electric knife. You'll have a hard time getting it plugged in.
That's
wow. Yes,
I know certain brands of shoes you can't sell to other countries as well. You have to. We had that with Converse I think that's what it was, a long time ago. I don't remember where they were going, but I know that they messaged and said, we can't ship these to the customer. And I'm like, they're shoes. I'm like, really? Everybody can use shoes, but for some reason this specific brand was not allowed in that country. That's why you got to do your research. Research. What's good for you may not be good for somebody else.
Well, out of curiosity, is it because maybe they think that somebody will make a counterfeit of it?
You know, I honestly don't know because they were really neat shoes. They were the Converse. I think I'm saying that right. But they went to your knee. Like they were really high up and they went to the knee, and I'd never seen a pair like that. And if they were small enough, I'd be able to keep them, but because they were too big for me and my little feet, he sold them. And yeah, they went to Kentucky to the
hub.
Yeah, the hub in Kentucky. And yeah, we got the message. Nope, these can't go there. Big no. We're like,
now, did they ship them back to you?
No, they kept them. I think somebody liked them is what it was.
Right.
Like, no, I don't. They're shoes. Come on now. Everybody wears shoes.
I just thought of another one that I got kicked back on me. I was sending, somebody bought I believe it was a fish finder, but it was a fishing tool of some sort. And Australia wouldn't accept it. So, I mean, I got my money and the buyer was refunded their money, but it ended up in the shipping hub someplace.
Interesting. And again, everybody's different. So you want to make sure you do your research, especially when it comes to international shipping. Open that door because it will bring you sales, but make sure you do your homework before you list certain things on certain countries. You can pick and change the countries that you ship to the items. They should be able to, because I know I did. But help yourself by trying it out. You know, even if you just say pick Canada, for example. And if you want and you like it and you're making a lot of sales, then maybe think about going to add another country. Because I guarantee you, I've gotten a lot more sales because when I first started, no, I did not want to do international shipping. But then I started hearing a lot of YouTube channels talk about it and how many sales they're getting, and it's opened up the door for more sales. So think about that, but try to do it in limited countries. Make sure that you know what you can and cannot ship to that country.
I agree with that. Canada is usually a pretty safe country to ship to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pick maybe Canada first. You just never know. And then once you start getting more sales, then maybe start thinking about another country. You know, one at a time if you have to. But don't shut it out all the way. It's not the good's got to suffer for the bad when it comes to some of these countries. But do what's best for you. I'll always say this: if it feels like it's not good, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do something you don't feel comfortable doing.
I found out that Japan really likes golfing, and so golf stuff does sell well to Japan.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of shipping prices.
This guy paid a lot to get this Tiger Woods street sign that I had that was in new condition, and he was thrilled when he got it. It took forever to get there, but he was really, really happy. But that's just a little tidbit of information for sporting equipment, and yet you can't send any fishing equipment of any kind to Australia.
Wow. So yeah, and a lot of times when it comes to international shipping, it does take a while, depending on how they're getting it there. I know during the pandemic, it was bad. Shipping was really behind. It made it worse for international shipping.
I found a picture of the shoes.
Okay. All right, Patrick, here you go. She's going to show you a picture.
Let me see.
Patrick said large shoes. Wait, knee shoes? Oh, I have a place you can sell them.
I think that's
more, Patrick.
There are these.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
No, I never did either, but they were too big for my little itty bitty feet. But yeah, we had
I've
these.
never seen that before.
Yeah, we came across these and they sold, and we were told, nope, those can't go there. So I thought they were pretty cool.
You're welcome, Margin. This can be every Tuesday with Q&A about eBay. So if you have questions, write them down, bring them to the show. I want you to ask those questions because somebody else may be thinking about it and not asking them. So definitely do that. I used to give them. Let's see. There's two. This is all very interesting information. Should do a 2-hour Q&A. Well, we're going to do the most we can. Once the questions stop, then that's when we usually end the show or bring it down, towards the ending of it because you got other shows that are coming on. But we try to do the best we can. Are those Chuck's Destiny?
Those are the exact shoes. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I just know that it was those shoes that we had. And we sold them. They look just like that. We sold them. And I mean, this was a long time ago when Tommy first started getting into eBay, and actually selling stuff on eBay, because he did a lot of research beforehand. I think it was like 2 years before he actually started selling on eBay again. Because, I mean, he used to sell a long time ago and off and on. But after we got together, he started doing research and we're like, let's see what's going on here. And yeah.
One of the things I wish, with all these updates that eBay's doing, I wish that when they do these listings, for example, and if they know that you're trying to list something that cannot go to a certain country, why don't they stop you by saying you cannot? Like whenever you do a listing, if, for example, say I put first class on something that cannot go first class, they definitely stop you and say you got to check your shipping. Why can't they do that within the system and stop you from shipping it to a country you cannot ship that particular item? Because they got the information, you put it in there. So I wish they would do that.
Amen, Johnny. I've thought that for a long time.
Yeah. Orby says that they were the biggest style of shoes in Scotland.
They look like they'd be hard to put on.
And, and the thing is, I mean, I tried to put them on because I really, really wanted to keep them. And they were. As most people know, I'm very little, so my feet aren't very big. Yeah. And they were just a really neat shoe. And when we found them, I was like, ooh, this looks like it could be something. And they were a good price to sell or to resell. And I was just like so disappointed that we couldn't get them back, because I was like, I will put socks at the tips of the shoes so my feet will fit.
Okay, I have a quick question in the chat. Is Tracy Cakes still in the chat? I know she's been in and out. I have to ask if Tracy Cakes is still in the chat. Let me know if you're still here. She sent me an email before the show. Yep, she's still here. All right, we have a special. Being we have 49 of you who's still here at the end of towards the end of the show. We're not gone yet. We're not done yet. But Tracy is not able to come on the panel because she's having a blizzard situation where she lives, and she would have liked to do a bag of one pot coffee giveaway. And what I'm going to do is you have to make comments in the chat. I'm not making you do a hashtag, but you have to make a comment in the chat. So chat it up. I'm going to time it for at least 1 minute. And you type something in the chat. Because I am going to open the StreamYard giveaway where it will automatically put you in for the giveaway just by you typing something in the chat for a pack of coffee from Tracy Cakes. Like I said, today's flavor of the day for me is perfectly pistachio. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to open the StreamYard giveaway, and I'm going to share the screen. And you got to make sure for you to be in the giveaway, just type anything in the anything. It does not have to be a hashtag. Type some type of word or something in the chat. Right now I have 23 on the stream. So I'm going to add this, and this is just for you to get a pack of coffee from Tracy. And she's giving it away today on the show. And that's just her way of giving back to this channel and for you in the chat. So we got 50 of y'all. So if you would like a pack of coffee, compliments of Tracy Cakes, put something in the chat, type something, put something in the chat so you can be in for the giveaway. There is nothing special. Just make sure you type something in the chat. Hello, Lissa. Welcome. How you doing? That's right. Tracy Cakes is giving away a pack of coffee. And there's so many different flavors. They're always different types. She also does coffee, tea, cocoa. You name it, she's got it for you. So my timer's looking like it's almost coming down to an end. So I will start calling this down now in 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be it. And I saw Tracy put a comment in the chat. Let me highlight it real quick. Tracy says, "Thank you, everyone, coming into the coffee. Come to her show on Sundays. When she hits 75 in the chat, she does a free drawing for coffee for every flavor, one of each flavor. 45. No purchase necessary to be must be present. And that's on her shows every Sunday. All right, everybody. Good luck, and let's see who's going to win the coffee pack from Tracy. Good luck, everyone, and here we go. There's only 30 y'all and 45 in the chat. Let's see who's going to win it. Who will it be? Who will it be? Renee, you are the winner of Tracy's giveaway for the channel.
Woohoo! Thank you, Tracy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love her coffee.
I do too. I have a box full. I say full, but yeah, we buy.
She has my information because she just sent me a ton of coffee.
So she knows your information. There you go.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Tracy.
Congratulations, Renee. So that's how that works. You just never know when Tracy's going to come into the chat and say, okay, let's do a drawing for a pack of coffee. So always make sure you're ready for it because she gives it away a lot. But she sells a lot of it too now. And if you ever need a specific list of her coffees that she has, reach out to her and she'll be glad to. Tracy, if you would put your email in the chat, please, because you can email her and she'll give you the list. She does coffee, tea, cocoa. So yeah, check it out. We'll get that out to you, Miss Renee. Congratulations. Does Tracy sell flavored decaf coffee? I believe so. Tracy, I think
Yes,
she
she
does.
does.
Yeah, because we've got some decaf from her. Yeah. I'm not sure what the flavors are, but yeah. I know she'll send you a list if you ask her. There's her email. And if you email her and tell us, she would send you the list. She does have a list, and she does have decaf, yeah. So there you go. Make sure you email her if you're interested. She'll send you the list, and you can pick your list from your list. All right, does anybody else have any questions for today? And if not, make sure you do write your questions down for next Tuesday. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday with Q&A all about eBay. Don't forget tomorrow to come back, and it's going to be Anthony, full-time reseller, Q&A all about Wednesday, Whatnot Wednesdays. Happy birthday, Des from Philly Flipper. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? How's the new life in Florida? I know I've been trying to catch some of your videos because you've been putting out a lot of videos, dude. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, I try to. So also make sure you come back tomorrow with Whatnot Wednesdays, and that's going to be with Anthony, full-time reseller. And then on Thursday is all Q&A about Poshmark with Glamwell's Closet. And then on Friday, starting this week, it's Q&A all about Etsy. And that's with Design Laura. So definitely come check it out. And if you need their information, by the way, anyone who's on the panel with us when it comes to the different Q&As for each day, make sure you check the description bar below because their information, their YouTube channel, and their email, and their page of whatever they sell on is in the description bar below. So with that being said, like I say before, you're welcome, Tracy. And as I say before I end each and every show, don't forget to check out the calendar. There's many shows coming on the day. So make sure you go and show everybody some love and support, including those that are coming on right after the show today. So don't forget to make sure you come back with questions, and we'll be glad to answer them for you. And with that being said, you're more than welcome to come on after the show is over. The link will be at the top of the chat as well. And as I say before in each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Until we meet again, later. Peace out.
Much love, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.